Welcome to Second Chance Garage. There is the Thunder Chicken, tore into pieces. But it is sporting a brand new back tire. And there. And the reason why it's tore into pieces is because we're waiting for parts. You can see it ain't got a jug or a piston on it because that burned up. So anyway, we put about 1,200 miles on it, and we are going to be putting a new jug and piston on it, which we're waiting for. I think it costs us like $30, 35. Yeah, I think it was 35 because we bought a new. Bought something new. Oh, plugs. But we're reusing the same head, the same timing chain, and all that stuff. So anyway, I figure in a week or so we'll have her back together. It depends on how long it takes to get the parts in. So I do have to take this whole thing off while I'm waiting for the parts because I only have high beam instead of high beam and low beam. So I've got to take that apart, put a new headlight in it while I'm waiting for the parts. But anyway, there it is, sitting there in pieces. So I thought I'd shoot a quick video of it, show you I did put the new tire on it, got it torn apart, got the parts ordered. I'm getting ready to, like I said, getting ready to put the new headlight bulb in it. I have it. And then as soon as the parts come in, I'll put her back together and I'll give you another update on the old Thunder Chicken. So anyway, yeah, the lower end seems to be in pretty decent shape, but I'll walk over here and see. Hang on now. All right, I'll show you the old piston. That's the powerful piston. That's the size the 50s have in it. I don't know if you can see how scored up it is. But she's pretty. That's where she got hot and seized. This little notch is for taking out your retaining clip that holds your connecting rod in. That side's all scored up. And that's where she got good and hot. Didn't bust any of the pistons. And here's the messed up part. Even with the piston this bad, I still rode it 45 miles after, before I tore it down. Yeah. And it still ran. I still had pretty good power at low end. And at top end, as long as I wasn't pulling a hill or something, I was okay. Oh man, when you got on a hill, she just didn't have any power. It was going through all these tore up parts. And then I got the head cleaned up. There's the valves. I'm going to reuse it. Good to go. The bearings on the timing shaft and bearing crank and all that stuff's good. So anyway, there it is. There's an update on the Thunder Chicken, laying there in pieces. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna be honest about it. The reason why this happened was because me and Dad both had changed our oil, and he had been checking his, and wasn't losing any, and didn't seem to be smoking, so it wasn't using any. So I didn't check the oil in it. My own stupidity. So it was low on oil. And that's what wound up burning it up. I came down a hill, a real steep hill, and it got up to about 40. Well, it's probably doing closer to 53 coming down that big hill, and it was turning so many RPMs, and it was low on oil, burn it up. So anyway, it was my own fault. I should have kept it full. You know, I religiously check oil and everything. Every day, every other day, I'm checking oil and everything. But I think the reason why I wasn't doing that with this is because I was riding it 25 miles, 18 miles. You know, I wasn't riding it that much. But over a period of time, it added up to about 1,200 miles, you know, over the period, long term period, because so anyway, it got low on oil, and then it was turning too many RPMs coming down the hill, burn it up, my own fault. So the average person would never admit that, but that's why my YouTube channel is different than everybody else's. I'm not gonna sugarcoat, you know, if I do something stupid, I'll tell you, you know. So definitely keep these things plumb full of oil, because if you don't, this is going to be the results. The rebuild kit's costing us, I think, $30. And of course, we're just going to do it ourselves, obviously. So it ain't going to cost that much. It's just the idea that it's time and effort you got to put into it. I've probably got maybe an hour into tearing it apart. So that ain't too bad. But it'll take us a couple hours to get it put back together once we get the parts. So anyway, when I get her back together and do a test run on it, I will show you us getting it back together and what it does and whether it's worth it or not. So, Second Chance Garage out.